friends. I am so glad to be here with you on a Thursday. I know it's not my typical Friday. I've done this a couple times now because Fridays have been a little busy. Tomorrow I have SBC Fest, and I forgot to turn on my monitor back here so I can see my change in screens. Hello, Amrita. Nice to see you. You did catch me live. I see you all the time on other lives, so it's nice to see you here. Nikki Foraker is here. Miss Whitlock, Tracy, my friend. Barbara, hello. Barbara, I had a bad wardrobe choice today because this neck is really weird with my mic, so I need to call you next time. Marcy from Idaho, Mindy Farmer from sunny San Diego. Nice to see you. Jen is here, and she's been staring at a spreadsheet for 2 hours, so I'm glad to give you a break. Hello, Monica. Hello, Joy. Carissa is here, and I was just texting with Carissa, and I feel horrible. I'll explain that in a minute. And Allison McCormick says that she is excited for my SBC Fest class tomorrow. So that is why I'm here on Thursday and not Friday, because tomorrow we have an entire amazing day of SBC Fest fun. So let me get right into that. Hello, Cynthia B. Nice to see you. I am so glad that you guys are here with me. If you have crafty friends, if you have an Instagram account, you know, share this to your stories. Just take a screenshot of my story, share it to your stories. You can add a link so that we can get more people in here to talk and chat and just revel in card making goodness, okay? Let me just show you, there we go, yes. Which one am I showing? No, I'm not showing that. There we go. Tomorrow, March 14th is SBC Fest, and it's gonna be a full day. There are 6 classes for you guys. Those classes range from card making to 1 scrapbook class, and then I'm kind of the in-betweener. They get me to do the different project, and mine is an explosion box. So I have linked below in the video description all the details about SBC Fest. You can click that link, get everything you need to know, get the link to tomorrow's live stream. It is 1 live stream, so you don't have to have 6 different links. You can watch it all from the scrapbook.com page that's linked there. Hello, Jenny G. Hey, Julie Irvin. So, you know, you can find everything from that link. So I hope you will join us, myself and some really talented people, Justin Adkins. I can't remember, Carrie is there. Gina is finishing up the day. Of course, it's going to be so much fun to watch her. Hello, Maury Hansen. Nice to see you. Yeah, Monica said SBC Fest, can't wait. And if you didn't buy any of the products, you can just watch first, decide what you like, and then buy later. I think that most of the bundles are still available. Hello, Diana. Thank you for being here for your first live with me. I'm excited. The other exciting thing is that if you have some things on your wish list, scrapbook.com is giving a 10% off discount with the code CRAFTY to celebrate SBC Fest. So if you have some scrapbook.com exclusives you need to stock up on, if you've been wanting that cardstock or that special tool that you just needed that little push to grab it, then my mom's calling me. Mom, she should be watching, right? I'll call her later. Be sure to take advantage of that discount. Hey, Kathy, nice to see you. Miss Whitlock says she's ready for this weekend. She loves SBC Fest. So do I. It's just a fun day, and I plan to be here all day in everyone's class. I'll be like creating on the side too, but it's an inspirational day, right? And that's what I love about it. And it's completely free. The last announcement that I have is that Crop and Create delivered card making for the fall is now available for registration. So general registration is open, and I will be teaching on our first ever bonus day. So we've added an extra day to the weekend, and that's going to be on Monday, September 29th. So I'll be there along with Altenew, Brutus Monroe, LDRS Creative, Pink and Main, and Olo Marker. What I'm excited about is that I'm going to be teaching with an SCT exclusive kit. So if you've ever taken our one-day events, like think about a fun SCT exclusive like that. I'll be teaching a 2-hour class with that. We already have parts of it designed, so I'm really excited to share that with you guys. It's going to be so fun. So this is the great thing about this bonus day. You can just get this bonus day on its own. So if you can't afford the whole weekend, or you can't take off for the whole weekend, you know, I know it's hard to step away from life for 3 days. You can just take the bonus day and get that little bit of reprieve. So think about that. I've linked it below in the video description. Leanne said she's already registered. I love that. I'm going to put this on my broadcast. Yay, Leanne. Way to go. I'm excited for you. It's going to be so fun. Things are crazy here because I'm getting ready to go to Canada for 10 days for Crop and Create weekend and our in-person Markham weekend at Create and Inspire. And so it's a crazy month, but I wanted to share the new Concord 9th products with you because I received them on Monday and they're amazing. So let's get right to it. Oh, Cynthia B said she bought the extra day. Hooray, Cynthia. I'm so excited. Okay, so let me just give you a quick overview. I'm going to go a little bit wider here of some of the products that I received. One of them I thought about using today, but you know, I just did the turnabout class with Concord 9th and I was like, I feel like people are going to get sick of me and turnabouts, but I do love them. So I'm going to be, I'll probably be demoing turnabouts at Create and Inspire, which I'm excited about. This is Artisan Petals. It creates this gorgeous background. I really love the like kind of free shape of these petals. So I'm definitely going to be playing with that. And then there's a coordinating die. Really love these big sentiments on this one. So there's that one. This one is gorgeous. I know how you guys feel about inlay dies. I was thinking about doing this one, but it's a lot of inlay, and on a live, it's kind of hard to show. So I'll probably just be creating with that and trying out different color combinations. And then this one has a stamp set right there. It is such a cool turnabout. I think all turnabouts are amazing. I really do. What is Kathy saying? What will I use today? What did emailer say? I'm trying to go back up. I missed it. Great walk down memory lane yesterday between the project and the chat. I missed Kathy's live yesterday, so I need to go back and watch it. Sometimes I watch on the weekend when I'm cleaning. I like that because it makes the cleaning go faster. Jenny said she bought 2 of my kits for 2 big birthdays of family members and can't wait to make explosion boxes. That's such a great idea, Jenny, because once you make one, you'll know how to make them all. And my homework PDF will be perfect for you. So that's great. Oh, the mixtape. I was just going to show that now because I saw that Kathy was using the mixtape, and then my friend Mindy Egan, she did the Concord 9th videos this month, and I'm telling you, she knocked it out of the park with mixtape because it was her favorite. And so I decided I'm not going to use mixtape on my live because that's also a lot of die cutting. So you guys would just be sitting here watching me die cut and piece things together. But how fun is this, right? And if you're a kid of the 80s like me, you had a lot of mixtapes. It's kind of crazy to think that like kids nowadays don't know what a mixtape is. It makes me a little sad. But I heard Jennifer say the other day on her live that we would sit by the boombox and just wait for the radio to play the song that we wanted. And the memories that came back to me were insane, you guys. Like just sitting there waiting for that one Janet Jackson song or that one Boyz II Men song, or, you know, gotta love it. So good. Okay. So what I am going to be using today, and I saw that Carissa texted me this morning. She was like, what are you using? Because I'm using Concord 9th tomorrow. And I'm like, perfectly tied. And then I forgot to check with her. And right before I went live, she was like, oh, that's what I'm using too. So you're going to get 2 double doses of perfectly tied. Me today, Carissa tomorrow. I'm sure she will blow me out of the water with whatever color combination she comes up with. But I have some ideas using this one. I got to see this at Concord 9th's offices last month for winter retreat. And I'm telling you, this one blew me out of the water with the level of dimension and depth that you get from this embossing folder. It's so cool. So all of this comes in a bundle, so you can get it all together in a specially priced bundle. When you buy the products in a bundle, they're cheaper. But it comes with an embossing folder, a stencil pack. That's 2 stencils in this pack. Then there's the stamp set with a couple of bows and then the sentiments, and then dies. So this is what is included in the bundle, but you can also buy these products individually. Say you don't want the stamp set, you just want this embossing folder and the stencils, you can totally do that. Okay, so yes, these are so cute. Heather Joy says she still has her mixtapes and a player to listen to them. I still have my mixed CDs, Heather, from university. So I don't have my tapes anymore, but I have my CDs and they're so good. Hello, Winnie, nice to see you. Okay, so let's get right to it. I have 2 ideas. So you guys choose for me what color combinations you want, because I have some special new paste here that I was going to try out an idea with. I don't know if it'll work, but first I want to show you just the basics. So, you know, you can do 1 color, you can do 3 colors, you can do as many colors as you want really, but I thought 3 is the perfect number. So do you guys like the watermelon nectar and powder better? Or do you like carnation, buttercup, and sea glass? Talk amongst yourselves. Should I give you a topic? I can't talk in that New York accent. I can't do it. I love this. Florina says she still has a few tapes and CDs. Bows are the bomb, Barbara, and they are so in. Just wait for Christmas, because I know the Christmas show in Germany, I mean, there were bows galore there. So there's going to be a lot of bows. A lot of bows. Yeah. Okay, so Winnie likes the right. Deborah likes the right. Tracy likes watermelon. You guys let me know what you think. I should have made a poll. I think you need a producer for that. I don't know if I could put up a poll, like just me pushing all the buttons. I think that would be a little bit difficult. Okay, so I'll wait till that comes in. And what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to put my paper in here. Now I've sized my paper at 5 3/4 by 5 3/4. And that's because this is a 6-inch square embossing folder. And I want to have a little bit of room on the sides to create that frame on my cards. Amrita says right. E. Miller says number 2. Carissa says option 1. I like option 1 too. Heather says watermelon. Mari says number 1. Oh, number 1 might be winning. Oh, Marisha and Melissa say option 2. Monica says option 2. Okay. Okay. This is hard, you guys. This is like a neck and neck. Very neck and neck. Okay. So the next one that comes in, I'm gonna let that one win it. Who is it? Mindy says, I'll go with door number 2. Okay, Mindy, you win, because that was really tight. We're gonna go with carnation, buttercup, and sea glass. I thought that watermelon, nectar, and powder one would just be a little bit something different. Okay, so I'm gonna close my embossing folder, and then you wanna follow the instructions for whatever machine you're using for a 3D embossing folder. Zan says, I'm unable to pick one. Yes, I know. They're good, right? I can try the other one later too and see what that looks like. It is different, Jen. Yeah, number 1 was different. Jennifer says she also loves Concord 9th ink. So doing this like I would do a 3D embossing folder. I didn't spray mine first because I don't want to let it dry while I'm on my live stream. But I really didn't have like hardly any cracking at all. But look at the depth that gives you. If I just hold it like that, you can really see the light hitting it. These bows are so dimensional and beautiful. Now this on its own, a white panel with a beautiful sentiment on top, would create a gorgeous card. You could frame that with some color and then put a sentiment on here. That would create a beautiful card, right? Without adding any color to the top. Okay. Oh, yay, Allison is off this week, so she's catching all the lives. I'm happy for you, Allison. Hooray. Winston is laying on the floor here. I left him in here because he was sleeping, but he's starting to stir. So hopefully he stays a good boy. And my husband is on his way back to get him out for me. Hey, Dana, how are you? Oh, Winnie says she sprays hers with alcohol so it dries quicker. That's a great idea, a great tip. Okay, so once you have this embossed, let me go down a little bit closer. It's harder to see when it's flat, But the great thing is here, you have your Concord and 9th logo on top. You can really see, and you might have to stand up to see it, but you can really see these embossed edges and where they fit on your stencil. So just by pushing that around, you can almost see that they like pop up in the middle of the stencil. And make sure that you press them down so you can make sure that your edges are lined up properly. And then I'm just going to adhere my stencil, trying to make sure that I don't cover up any bows on the sides. Love this one. Okay, so I'll go with the standard color combo that you guys recommended first. I know Dana's here, yay. Oh, Barbara's retired. Hooray for you, Barbara. Okay. Oh, I know, Jen. Don't we all need a vacation to craft for a week? I would love that. I think this one's a little bit off, so I'm going to move this one. That happens sometimes. Sometimes when you move one side, you kind of inadvertently make the other side go off. So just make sure you check all your sides. That looks good. That looks better. Okay, so what I'm doing here, instead of masking off, you guys might be a little bit stressed about this, but instead of masking off, I am going to use smaller blending brushes and not stress so much about getting them, you know, covering up the other bows. By doing this, you're going to make it much faster. And that's why I always recommend having different sizes of bows, because sometimes you need a big bow if you're doing a whole background. Sorry, not a bow. Brushes. Sometimes you need a big brush if you're doing a whole background, but sometimes this is just much easier. So I'm making sure that I push that stencil down and just being aware that I'm not going too far out. I am kind of centering most of my color on that bow tie there. So like that tie right in the middle. Everybody's saying hello to Barbara. Mindy says she wants to take a week off and do the same. That would be nice. If I didn't have any family here to take care of too. Like if I could just stay at home and, I mean, my work is this, so it's kind of, I already get to do this for my work, but you guys know what I mean. Like if I didn't have any deadlines and I could just, you know, do the projects that have been on my to-do list, because I do have lots of products that I don't get to use that are not, you know, that are now, maybe they're discontinued or something, but I really want to use it. And it's really hard to do that when I have other things to show, if you know what I mean. Okay, so I'm going to let that color kind of fade out as it gets to the bottom of these bows. Can't wait till you guys see this. It's so pretty. Just trying to check your comments, see what you guys are up to. So, so pretty. And now this is Carnation. And what I love about Carnation is that it's a pink that has like a little touch of purple to it. So it has more of a cooler pink. It's more of a cooler pink than it is a warmer pink. And I just think it's really pretty. It's a very kind of like traditional looking pink. Whereas Pink Lemonade is a lot warmer than this. So that's why I went with Carnation today. The other thing is I'm not going to be using darker hues to use for the second stencil, for the accents. So I'm showing you how you can use a single color to get your accent color that's going to be darker as well. So you don't always have to pull out all your inks to do this. You just have to remember that you can do stencil number 1 a little bit lighter and go a little bit heavier once you get to stencil number 2. This little one down here is so cute. Okay. So there are my pink bows, and see how we didn't get any, you know, color on the other bows because we were just really careful using that smaller brush. Okay. Oh yeah, Tracy says she doesn't work and she can't keep up with all the ideas in her brain. I get that too. I get that too. If I didn't have food to cook and a house to clean and laundry to do, man, or kids to run around, I think I could be winning at life every day. Okay, let's go with Buttercup for the next color. So we're sticking, oh, let's wipe up this paint because we don't want it to get on my Buttercup. We are sticking with, should I go that way or should I go that way? Let's go this way. We are sticking with stencil number 1, so we're not moving it until all of these are colored in. And again, going light here. Buttercup is a really intense yellow, right? So you just want to make sure that you tap off so that intensity can be used for stencil number 2, right? I'm going to go here. Ooh. Now these are a little bit small, so I'm going to be really careful right in there. Right in there. Just get it all the way down. There we go. I'm being really brave by not masking off, and it's very unlike me to not mask off. I will just say that. I'm kind of proud of myself that some of my type A tendencies have been thrown out the window for this live. Yes, Deborah, you're right. Family is winning at life. You're right. Oh, you're right, Deborah. Don't get me wrong. I love doing things that I have to do for my family. I'm glad to do it. But would I like to just sit down and do nothing? Watch Netflix? Yes. Yes, I would. Okay, so there are my yellow bows. Buttercup, I should say. See this neck? It keeps on flipping up. Okay, then we're going to go with sea glass to do the rest. So we're just going to fill in the gaps here with sea glass. And you know what I didn't do? This is like bad mistake. Wipe up your stencil after each color, because if you don't, that extra ink will get into your other bows. Okay, so tap this off. I recently re-inked my sea glass, so it's a little bit juicier than it used to be. It was something I really needed to do, and I still have a lot of re-inking to do, but that's one of those chores that, you know, you just have to sit down and take the time to do it, right? How cute is this? Okay, let's go down to this big one here. Loving this one. I love the size of this bow, and it's nice and thick. Pretty poofy bows are apparently the thing. And so I think all of us, you know, this holiday season will be like Googling how to make the perfect bow over and over again, because apparently they're going to be everywhere. Tracy says she's totally proud of me. And Mindy says I'm living on the edge today. I kind of am. This is my version of on the edge. Okay, so let's take a look. My husband just got home from Costco and he scored eggs, so I'm pretty excited. Look how pretty. Now I see there that I didn't get, oh, that's weird. That is supposed to go all the way down, so I didn't realize that. So these little ones at the end here are supposed to be yellow, and I didn't realize that, but it's okay. And then this here is going to be part of the highlight. But you can see here, look at how pretty that is. And I love that most of the color is concentrated in the center and kind of fades out from there, because it just having that delineation of color makes it look so much more three-dimensional, because not when you look at a three-dimensional object, the color doesn't look the same all the way across the object. It looks different in different areas of the object. And so I think it's important to make sure that you vary your colors, or your intensity of color, I should say. All right, so now this is stencil number 2. This lines up on the highlight areas. So this little bow right here, we might have to cover them up with a sentiment, but that's okay. We can do that. Okay, so what we're doing for the highlight is that we're using the exact same color, but we're going to go in really intense. And the great thing is that these are nice small areas, so I'm not going to tap off. I'm just going to go straight in and kind of tap, tap, tap in those tiny little holes. And that's going to give you that more intense color. So you don't have to have a million inks to do this. You just have to vary how you do it. So not tapping off will give you just more color here. The smaller area here will give you more color. Oh, and I just moved it. Lovely. Okay, let's get that line back up. There we go. And you can just see those highlighted areas too. It's pretty easy to see from the light above me. Okay. Going in with this one. And then this one's pink. Just remember, just make sure you can see which ones below are which colors. Pink is here. And pink is here. Do you know, I think this would be the sweetest baby card. The sweetest baby card. I think that is what I would love to use this card for. I just need someone to have a baby, because I don't think I have anyone in my life right now who is expecting. And then this one down here, just getting that in place. Okay, right there. Now I don't take my stencil off and clean them until I'm completely done for, you know, just this purpose. When I'm changing colors out on the same stencil, it's fine just to do a little bit of a wipe just to get that excess ink off with my chamois. Okay, so let's go to Buttercup again. Now, Buttercup is really bright. So what you could do, and I think I will do for this one, is go to Sunflower. So look at how Sunflower is kind of like the next step up from Buttercup. And I pulled this one out for another idea that I had. So for this one, I'm gonna tap, tap, tap right in here. And this is just that shade darker. So it is going to look more like that shadow underneath your bow. Ooh, just got to be careful there. Okay. And then these go down. So make sure you know which ones you're doing here. There we go. And then this one is also yellow. So I'm going to do that one too. The other thing I'll say is that make sure that you don't stress out when you see kind of like darker colors when you're ink blending, because the colors will smooth out on your cardstock as they dry. So don't think you ruined it if you see a spot that doesn't, you know, look the best. I'm going to go down to this one and there, and then this one in the middle. And then for this one, I think I'll do the dark yellow, and it'll just have green at the tips. Maybe it's one of those like really expensive kind of bows that has multiple colors on it. That is okay. So this is kind of a big portion here. Definitely want to get that colored in. And then I'll wipe off the excess sunflower now. How's everybody doing? Hey, Marta. Don't worry, we are just inking up some bows from the perfectly tied bundle from Concord 9th. To create one of my favorite color combinations is like red, yellow, and teal. This is just a variation of that. I'm going to go back to sea glass again here, making sure that everything is perfectly lined up. Okay, and then going straight in. It's a little bit scary not to tap off, I have to say, but you just have to trust. Just trust in the ink, trust in your cardstock, because if you're using good cardstock, this is Scrapbook and Card Today's exclusive 80-pound cover, which is a really good one for ink blending. Concord 9th also has great, really smooth white for ink blending as well. So you can check that out. Did I only do those three? I did. Okay. Oh, so pretty. Look at that. Do you know what this reminds me of? When I was younger, my grandmother's best friend she always used to give me cards, and they always looked like she purchased them in like 1945. Like they were those really old school like cards with like bunnies with weird faces. And this kind of bow, these icons remind me of those old cards. Isn't that so gorgeous though? And you can see here that those darker colors really help to make these look more three-dimensional than even the embossing folder can make them. Man, I love that. So, so pretty. So once you get done with that, all you have to do is just pop it on some cardstock and add a sentiment, right? I mean, it's so darn easy. Now, the sentiments that we have here, what do I have? What do I have in my sentiment? Oh, they're up here. Okay. So the sentiments that I have here on my desk are, "You're so lovely." That would be a cute one for a baby too. Like if somebody had a new baby and you sent that one with a little gift card in. "Hip hip hooray" could be used for a baby. "Have a beautiful day." "Happy birthday to you." The other thing you can do is that you can do another one of these panels, cut out the same bow, say for instance this one, emboss it, and then die cut it out, because on the die cuts you have all the bow shapes here. So then you can make one 3D and have it stand out. I love this. I just think it's so pretty. And that was a really quick card front to make. So I think this one should be "You're so lovely." I have a lot of paper behind me. Grab a piece. Because when you're making a 6x6 kind of panel, you have to cut off a lot of paper. So I have lots of pieces behind me. Oh, I can't open it to the right. I have to open it to the left. Isn't it so pretty? So, so pretty. Okay, so let's do "You're so lovely." And another great thing you could do that would make it really nice and give it a little bit more texture is, and I think I would do this once I put it onto the card front, is add some kind of fiber underneath the sentiment so that it like sticks out on the sides, like pink thread. I think that that's a good idea. So I'll stamp this and get it set, but I won't put it on just yet. So I'm going to use, because my frame is carnation, I'm going to use carnation for the sentiment. Hopefully it stamps good out of the gate. Let's see. Oh, slippery fingers. Okay, let me get this. And I think I need to ink it up better in the center. There we go. See, lots of re-inking needs to be done around here. I could also splatter with gold. That's a good point, Tracy. Yeah, that would be really pretty too, just to give it that added texture. Okay, let me grab the coordinating die. I love that there are dies for all of the sentiments, because when you are embossing things, you can't stamp on that embossed surface. You really need a die to pop everything up. So here's the "You're so lovely." And I will tape this on. Let me get smaller pieces of tape here. Okay, close that. And let's grab my little guy here so I don't have to bring the big guy out. We'll do that next. Mother's Day and baby. Yes, Florna, absolutely. It is so beautiful, isn't it, Marta? I just love it. I was here, this was my favorite product that I saw when I was in-house at Concord 9th. When they showed us the new products, I was like, yeah, that one is fantastic. It looks, and I told them, it looks like I went to Papyrus and bought like one of those, you know, $8 cards. That's what that looks like to me. And it's amazing that you can just make that in so many different colorways too, because when you go to Papyrus, you don't get to choose which colors you get. So I love that. Okay, my second idea, and let me show you where I'm gonna put this. I would put this like right about there over the pink because I don't want to cover up any of the teal because the teal, oh, sorry, because the teal, I only have 3 bits of it. See, if I covered up my mistake there, it'd be too far over. So that's okay. It'll just be a little mistake. No one will notice, but I could put it right there on that left side and pop it up and put some pink thread all around it just so that it stood out a little bit. Okay, right, here's the second idea that I had, and this could be amazing and it could be awful. So I don't know, we'll have to gauge. I have brand new Astro paste from Simon Hurley. This was gifted to me, so Simon messaged me and was like, do you want to try out my new Astro paste? I'm like, absolutely I do. So this comes in refined copper, cookie dough, silver lining, and fool's gold. So this one's a little bit more on the yellow side. Cookie dough, I would say, would be a champagne. I would call that champagne. And then you have silver lining, obviously silver. Refined copper has that orangish to it, right? Hello, Roberta, nice to see you. Thank you, Dances with Pam. I love that I'm seeing different people commenting that I haven't seen, you know, comment before. So I love that. Love that, love that. Okay, let me put these colors aside. My idea was to do metallic bows and add a little bit of that Astro paste using the stencil and my finger, how Simon does it, to make them sparkly and metallic. So let's see what this is going to be like. Forgive me if it's not cute, because you know what? Sometimes you just have to try something, and I'm going to try it with you guys. Okay, my embossing folder is here. I've cut this. Let me back up a little bit. Oh, aqua blue as a background. Yeah, you could do that. The other thing you could do, and I didn't mention this, was you could do the same thing on colored cardstock. And you could use, you know, white pigment ink to make some lighter. You could use the same kind of color. So say if I used carnation cardstock, I could use like carnation ink to make some of those a darker pink. I could use briar rose to make them even darker. And then you could use pigment ink to make them lighter. So then it would be kind of a tone on tone card, and that would be really cool too. So I'm gonna pop this in here just like I did before. This is 5 1/4 by 5 1/4 cardstock from Scrapbook and Cards Today. I'm going to feed this through my Platinum 6, and I'm using the 3D embossing folder instructions. Oh, Zan, is reorganizing some dies. That's a good thing to do on a Thursday. All right, popping that back over there. And then what I didn't do before was clean off my stencils. So let's do that real quick. So I'm grabbing, see, I just lay out my rag and I spray it. I need an alcohol refill on here. So let's spray off both of them at once. Okay. Oh, Melissa says she's been using a lot of the Golden Hour Solar Paste lately. So good. Yeah, I do. You know, I know Astro Paste more than I know Solar Paste, and I need to get more Solar Paste. I think I have 2. And that was from a Crop and Create event. And so I need to get more and like play with them more, Melissa. That's great. Maybe I'll take my 10% off code from scrapbook.com and get a few more of those. If you guys missed that at the beginning, that is the current promo over at scrapbook.com. You use the code CRAFTY and you can get 10% off. So be sure to check that out and, you know, get some things off of your must-have list. All right, so I'm lining that up. I'm just going to put Mucho tape on here now because I want it to really stay in place. And last time it moved on me, and I don't want that to happen. I probably should have got out my larger craft mat, like the one from Picket Fence Studios. It's much bigger. So next time I will do that. All right, so let's see what this is going to be like, you guys. I'm a little nervous, but because it's unlike me to do like a metallic color scheme. So sunflower, spice cider, and dove. I'm thinking gold, copper, and silver. What do you guys think? I don't know. What do you think? Is it worth a try? Should we just go for it and just see what happens? I mean, the worst that could happen is I waste a 6x6 piece of paper, right? That's the worst. So let me know in a comment what you think. So we're going to go with spice cider first. And I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to try to go in not too heavy. And you know, I'm going to frame this with metallic cardstock of some kind. It's got to be metallic cardstock. So remember, most of the color in the center, and then just let it fade out from there. I'm going to kind of copy the same way that I did it before in the different colors. So Tracy says, perfect, go for it. Yeah, Roberta says, live on the wild side, right? I know, not everything has to be perfectly planned, right? I like it when it is, but sometimes it's worth a try, just doing something different. Okay, there's copper. I'm liking the copper. So then we're gonna go to, let me do one less than I did on the pinks. I'm gonna do this one right here. This one has the long legs on the bow. I bet there's a real term for like the long parts on the bow. Like there's some kind of technical term, kind of like tittle for an eye. For all my graphic designer friends out there, I bet there's like a term for the legs on a bow. I don't know. If anybody knows, let me know. There's that one. I'm going to skip that one. I'm going to change that one's color and go for this one. Wouldn't this be cool on a Christmas card too? And you did Christmas colors like red, green, and gold. I definitely want to try that. And then you put like a big Christmas sentiment in the center. I feel like I have so many ideas with this. Like I could just keep going. Maybe I'll have to do that one. Okay. So there's my spice cider. By the way, Greg at Concord 9th loves spice cider so much. And we were playing a color game at Winter Retreat, and none of us voted for like any of the, you know, those colors that he likes. It was so funny. He was kind of the odd man out. Okay, so let's go with the yellow next. And I got to remember that that is part of the yellow. So this is sunflower. Go in here. I'm going to try to go light, but you know, with these yellows at Concord 9th, they are juicy, really juicy. So it's kind of hard to go too light. This one is next. And if a little bit of the yellow gets on that orange, it's not going to be too big of a deal. So if you get really nervous doing it like this, then it's totally fine for you to mask off. Especially if, you know, you find that you need more space to ink blend, then I would say go ahead and mask off then. Oh, this one's tight. Just trying to get down to that lower area there. Okay, and then I'm going to do this one down here. Okay, so there are my yellows. Which other ones can I do? So this one will be silver, 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 and silver. That's fine. We can do that. What is Vicky is saying? You're throwing out lots of great ideas today. Thank you. They're just flowing. I have a lot of things on my to-do list, but I just want to sit here and play with bows all day and make Christmas bows and birthday bows. And even Mindy did one that was a rainbow. She did a rainbow blend on the bows. And I was like, wow, that's cool. Let me see. What's Carissa? Oh, Carissa's here. Yep, she's still here. She's just crafting and listening. Okay, let's go with the silver. Now I went with Dove for this one because Dove is a lighter gray and it is a bluer gray. Whereas if you go with something, what's the other grays? Pebble. Pebble has a lot of brown in it. And so I thought this was a safer bet. Safer bet. I think that it'll be a bit jarring when you see these on their own, but once you add some paste to them, then it will make sense. I hope. That's my hope anyway, right? Okay, let's do this little guy. The other thing that you could try to do is do like a rose gold, but I didn't know what the rose gold would look like with the other colors, and it would be tricky to get that ink that gave you that rose gold feel, if you know what I mean. It would be a pink ink of some kind, obviously, but just kind of getting that tone right would be a little bit tricky. Okay, here's my biggest one here. I'm gonna get this one colored in. And then we'll go to our shadow layer, because you want to do that before you put any paste on. Then we'll put on this stencil again. Okay, so let's see. Okay, like I said, I think you have to see it covered with the glitter paste before you make a call, right? Okay, so let's just keep going. And I will do the shadow layer here. You can really see the raised areas once you get them in place. So it makes it very easy when you do the embossing first, because that creates those raised areas that makes it easier for you to add your stencil to. Okay, I already have gray open, so let's go back with that one. Okay, gray here. And I'm just going to go in nice and dark without tapping off. And gray here, yep. On this stencil, these are a little bit further apart too, so it makes it a lot easier to not mask off on this one. And a little gray there. And gray up here. Okay. There we go. There's my grays, and I'll wipe that off. I hope they work together, Tracy. Let's see. Let's see. I mean, it could be one of those things where next time I try to, instead of spice cider, do a pink and try to make that the rose gold. You know, we'll see. Now with spice cider, I might go to the next darker color. Let me see. I think I'm gonna go to, oh, cayenne's too dark. Cayenne's too dark. So no, I'm gonna stick with spice cider, but for the yellow for sunflower, I'm gonna go up to Stardust though. And my thing is flipping out. Hopefully my sound is still okay. Okay, put this in right on the copper bows. Oh, did I do that right? I did. Okay. Whew. There we go. I have a copper bow here and one there. Okay, and I'm going to wipe that off. Almost there. And going in with Stardust. Now, Stardust is one of my favorite Concord 9th colors. I feel like it plays really well with others. When I first got Concord 9th inks, Stardust was like the love of my life. I paired it with everything, and I still love it. Okay. And when you think of that dark gold color, I mean, Stardust is perfect for that. Okay, getting up here. Okay, right there, and then down here. Okay, this is a little stressful, I have to say. Okay, so there are our metallics. And then I'm gonna go back with this one. Can you guys see that okay? Let me see. Let's go down. See those? That looks kind of cool. Once you have the shadow layer on, now it's feeling better to me. I feel better. Thank you, Carissa. Yeah, Dana loves Stardust too. Stardust is so good. Roberta says marmalade and sprout are her fave. You like those bright colors. Poor marmalade. Okay. So that just fit right back on there. Let me take my tape off. I am in a tape crisis. I have probably a quarter left of the mint tape that I have right now. I'm in an adhesive crisis, actually. Total adhesive crisis. So had to message Cody at scrapbook.com stat, say help. Ava, I'm so glad you spoke up. You can be in the minority here. This is a safe space for you. And you don't have to like Stardust. You don't have to. Okay, I have ink and brushes everywhere. Okay, let's start with, okay, so we're gonna use refined copper, silver lining, and fool's gold. So I'm gonna start with refined copper for the orange. And all I'm gonna do is just take my finger and tap the glitter onto the bows, because I don't want to cover up the color, right? I just want to add some of that sparkle to the top. The hardest thing here is just making sure you kind of get it even when you're using your fingers. But see how a little bit comes off on the jar lid? So it's easy to kind of just get a tiny bit there, and you can always add more. So start slow, and then you can go up from there. I've watched Simon Hurley do this like a million times at trade shows, so I should be able to do this, but it's just, you know, it's just not in my wheelhouse yet. But that shine though is so pretty. Oh, I wish you guys could see it because the light is hitting it. See that? Look how pretty that is. All right, let's go down here to this bow here. And again, just like the color, I'm kind of starting where the majority of the color is, and then I can work my way out from there. So the sparkle will dissipate a little bit as it goes outward. So just as a reminder, the reason why I wanted to do this is that I just wanted to remind you that it's not just ink that you can use in any of your stencils, right? Grab what you have on hand, grab some glue and some glitter if you want to try that. You could do a really fine layer of glue and a really fine layer of like your Lawn Fawn glitter or something that's really fine, and do that too if you're afraid of paste. And some people are afraid of glitter, but what I love about this glitter is that it doesn't come off. Because it's in a paste, it doesn't go anywhere. You're not going to find it inside the envelope. So that's what's great about that. Okay, and there is my last refined copper. Now I'm not going to worry about what's left on my stencil because I can get that off later, but I am going to clean off my finger so that I don't have refined copper on the next one. So this is fool's gold, and I didn't open it beforehand. Avra says she loves a sparkly bow. So do I. I do too. Yes, I know. Simon is so good, and he does most of his paste with his fingers. Like, he is not afraid to get in there. Okay, here's fool's gold. See that one? It definitely has yellowish, like a yellowish tone to it. Okay, let's do this one. Da-da-da. I'm hoping this pays off, and I can send it to somebody who likes a bit of sparkle. I think that's pretty. Okay, let's go in over here, and you can always tap off on your stencil and then pick that up because the stencil, you know, it's not going to dry on there right away. So you can kind of tap off and pick it back up. Let's get down here to these guys. A little bit down there. I bet you didn't expect that I was going to be playing with paste today, though. That's very unlike me, but gotta try some things that get you out of your box, right? And for me, my box is ink and paper and the paste, although I do really love them, it's not the first thing that I would reach for. So I thought, let's make today a little different. Try this out. All right, and so these pastes are available in a bundle where you can get all 4 together, and I've linked those below, or you can get them separately from the same shops. So last one is going to be the silver. Okay, and that is Silver Lining. Always the best names on Simon's products, right? Carissa does love sparkle. Sprinkled with glitter. And she's got a sparkly personality too. So I would say glitter just is part of Carissa in general. Okay, let's go in with the silver. Now this one is so pretty. Ooh, I think Silver Lining might be my favorite. And I think it's gonna go really well with Dove. Okay, just tapping that on. Afterward, this stencil is gonna need a little bit of a soak, I have to say. Soak it in some bath water. Okay, there's that one. Just gonna get the tiniest of taps. And yes, Roberta, I saw what you said earlier that you wish they were in smaller containers. I get that, because a little bit on these goes a long way. Even if you're covering an entire stencil, you can pick up a lot of that paste and put it back in your bottle. There's that one. And then there's this one. I got these two actually, little guy here and this big one here. Okay, and this one has the long legs, so we're gonna try to get this evenly spaced out here if we can. But if you get too much glitter, then it can definitely be a bit too much. Okay, did I get it all the way down? I think I did. Okay, here's the reveal, you guys. Yes, use your paste more, absolutely. Oh, Deborah said she ordered the Disco Ball collection from Spellbinders. It is so good. You're gonna love it, Deborah. You're gonna love it. Carissa did an amazing job with that collection. All right, are you guys ready? I'm a little nervous. Let me close this up so it doesn't dry out. Let's see if this paid off. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's so cool. Now, this is giving me like the Christmas vibes. Look at that. This is definitely something that you would do for Christmas, and you can use all the colored paste. Oh, isn't that cool? It is so sparkly and pretty. So pretty. Yeah, I like that. I like the copper. I think it's definitely a different look, but these colors match up perfectly. So I did Sunflower for the gold and Stardust, Spice Cider for the copper, and I did Dove for the silver. That is really cool. I am so glad I tried that. Okay. Whew. Stress level is down now. I feel better. I feel better. But think of what you could do. Okay, so you could do it in pink, and you could do the entire thing in, say, like ballet slipper, and then you could use, what's this one? Cookie dough. Because cookie dough is more of the, should I show you? Let me show you. Let me show you cookie dough. Yeah, you could do it on dark paper, Sandra. Absolutely. These show up on dark paper. I know Leanna's like, oh, I know. I feel the same. I did it. I took a chance and it worked. Thank you, Tracy, for believing in me. You always do, my friend. By the way, you should have a package coming today, Tracy. Little surprise from me to you. Okay, so look at this one. So this is cookie dough. This is the only one I didn't use. But see how that one is in between gold and silver, right? So it's more, so it's not a rose gold, it's a champagne. So I think you could use some kind of neutral color, neutral cardstock, and maybe add a tiny bit of pink in there. Yeah, that's a champagne for sure. That's my favorite metallic and my favorite drink. So awesome, you guys. Okay, so I don't want to keep you too much longer because I know Gina's on now, and I know a lot of you guys want to watch Gina on Thursdays, but I just thought, let's try something like really traditional and go with a pretty color scheme like this. Definitely perfect for weddings, babies, birthdays, you know, that's perfect. But like try something different, right? Go an extra step, add some paste, try a different color combination. So this one is definitely different for me, but I think it really works. I think it really works, you guys, and I think it's really cool. So I'm gonna finish these off with some sentiments. I definitely want my paste to dry all the way before I do anything else with that, but check out these pastes at the links below. Really, really fun. I mean, add to your Astro paste collection. Astro paste is great stuff. Then be sure to check out the perfectly tied bundle at the links below too. If you buy the whole bundle, then you save money that way. But also, Carissa is going to be using the bundle tomorrow, so be sure to tune in. Go to her channel. I can't remember what time it is, but go to her channel and click the live tab so that you'll find her live stream for that. Let me go to my face cam. Yes, thank you, Vicky. I have a package to open from Vicky when I get up to Canada. I'm so excited. Yes, happy mail for Tracy. Thanks, Jen. Thanks, Jenny. Have a great day, Jenny. And I will have a great trip to Canada. So next Friday, I will not be here because I will be heading up to Scrapbook and Cards today. It's according to how much I can get done if I can do a Thursday live. So I probably won't know until Wednesday. I have a lot of deadlines to hit. Exciting things coming, you guys. Exciting things coming. So I'm really excited to share some things with you. Probably at the beginning of April and at the end of the month. So, but I have a lot to do until then. Yes, Marisha, I will see you guys tomorrow at SBC Fest. Don't forget to click that link below to find out all the details. It's a free event. You can just watch all day, join in, do your thing, and it's going to be so fun. I know you're going to leave there with some great ideas and some inspiration. So thank you guys so much. Thank you, Roberta, for checking that. It's 3 p.m. Central Standard Time for Carissa's live. So join her tomorrow, see what she does with these bows. So fun. And I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week and weekend. And happy creating, my friends. Thanks for being here. Bye-bye. I'll see you tomorrow at SBC Fest. Don't forget. Bye-bye.